chances are if you clicked on this video, you started a YouTube channel and that's all you did. You started a YouTube channel. For whatever reason, it dropped off, it didn't work out, you didn't continue it. Feeling guilty, you're like, I have no motivation, I'm a terrible human being, I don't live up to my word, this is embarrassing, why, like, oh my god. And you know, I'm just here to say, like, you are not alone. Basically, I'm like you, I started a YouTube channel and for whatever reason, you know, I was really aspirational with it. I really wanted to do well with it. I wanted to really add value with it. And I wanted to make that change, I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to make some money. Different things got in the way. I had like a huge sense of imposter syndrome. I was like, who's gonna watch my videos? I have nothing of value to bring to YouTube. I was procrastinating because my videos were crappy. I didn't have the technology to do anything. My laptop is very old. It couldn't support any of the video editing software. You know, I only had my cell phone. It was taking like 4 days to edit a 20-minute video. And I was just like, this isn't sustainable. Like, I'm not gonna do it. And not only that, but I have nothing to bring to the table either, let's just be honest. So then I stopped. And then here I am again, trying to redo my YouTube channel. And I think there's nothing wrong with that. I'm trying. You can try with me. This is not a 100% foolproof guide. This is just how I'm planning on restarting my YouTube channel, and how I'm planning to be successful with it. Because I think that's, you know, I think that's really important. You have to plan to be successful and what that actually means. So if you're interested in seeing how I'm going to do that, just continue to watch the video. Yes. Welcome back. Now we are facing my wall. Actually, I filmed this already, but my camera timed out and I had no idea. Isn't that funny? Okay. So in this part, I'm just going to take you into the what, the why, and the how of how I'm setting up my YouTube channel to make it more sustainable, to make it align with a purpose actually, and to make it more likely and easier for me to continue to be passionate about and to do, but also just continue to do. Yes, let's start with the why really quickly. So I want to help people with whatever I'm doing and whatever I'm documenting in my YouTube channel. What I really want to do is help and inspire people. I also want to use my YouTube channel to like present my authentic and honest self to those that are watching, and to be proud that I'm doing that consistently and honestly. I also want to build financial security because YouTubers make that bank. And yeah, I just want to make some money. So I want to use YouTube as a tool to help me gain a second source of income and build financial security, and I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And lastly, I want to use YouTube to help express myself, and I want to express myself finally and fully, and that means more like completely, authentically, and wholeheartedly. And so what I have is I want to express the best things about myself. So these are the things that I like about myself, or that I've asked friends, you know, what my strong points are. And that's basically, I want my YouTube video to be like a reflection of my personality. And so that's fun, quirky, honest, and easygoing. And that's really weird to say about myself, but that's just how I want to go about making my YouTube channel and crafting, you know, this video documentation of my experiences, of my businesses, of myself, and how I want to present myself to the world. I also want it to be colorful and natural because those are things that I like. Those are things that I try to portray within myself, and I want my YouTube channel to come across like that. And then lastly, I want it to be humble and loving, and that's really weird to say, especially like about myself. But that's what I want to convey. Like, I want to be putting stuff out there, but I don't want to get a big head. I don't want to be coming off as something that I'm not, you know? I'm not rich, I'm not perfect, I'm not like the best person to be teaching any of this stuff. I just want to document how I'm trying to help myself, and if I can try to help myself and have that be successful and help other people, then that's what I want to do. So that's the why. Let's go into the what. Okay, so my what is very short. It's very short and sweet, and really it's make 5 minutes of invaluable content. So I just want every single video that I have to have invaluable content. And then so I defined what invaluable means to me, and so I just read it out really quickly. I want it to be aesthetically pleasing. I want it to have good visuals, clean, and good lighting. I don't want to half-ass it. I don't want to go 50% in, it's all or nothing. I want good music and a good vibe. I want it to be clear, understandable, and get to the point. With every video, this is going to take some time and it's going to take some learning. I'm not rambling, but that's the intention that I want to set, and that's the goals that I want to meet with each video. And I'll keep learning and consistently trying to do that with each video. So I know this video is not perfect, but I'm trying to make it the best that it can be at the time that I'm making it, and then just continuously grow from there. And then so the last bit is actually the how, and this is the more detailed, more intense bit, because I feel like the how is really what could set you up for success or failure. I already have my what, I already have my why, my purpose. So my how is a bit more detailed than the other two, because I feel like the how can really set you up for success or failure, and you'll see what I mean when I get into it. But basically my how is divided into 3 different subjects. It's how confidence, how sustainable, and how measurable. So the how confidence. So I have a reminder at the top. It's remember, making the YouTube is a journey of finding yourself and your own unique voice. And I thought that was really important to tell myself, because in the beginning I was ashamed, I was embarrassed, I didn't want to do it. When if people heard me, when people could tell that I'm like doing these extremely cringy, embarrassing videos. But the truth is, you're not going to learn unless you try, and nothing's going to be perfect. And yes, it is embarrassing starting out something and not being good and having people judge you, but that's just part of the process, and you're just going to have to get used to it. You can't change it. So the next is speaking, because that was a really big, it still is kind of a big thing. Like, I don't want people to hear me making these videos. I don't want people to judge what I'm saying. I don't want, I stumble a lot on my words. I don't have the best pronunciation when it comes to things, but I made some tips for myself to try and mitigate that. And try to give myself some more confidence. So I'm going to read this off really quickly. So bullet points, warm up, so be in the right zone. So the way that you can warm up is maybe exercising beforehand, or talking and joking with a friend before making the YouTube video, so you get into the right mindset. Use your hands, look at the lens, breathe deeply. I'm not doing that perfectly now. It's going to take some practice, but those are the intentions. Like, now I know. Next one is talk to my sister, talk to my cousin, or talk to my friend before I make a video. And that's to get me into the right mindset again, and to give myself breaks. So knowing that, I need some time to think about what I'm going to say before I say it, and that's okay. I'm not going to in the right way every single time that I try to make a YouTube video. So that's okay. Give yourself the excuse to do that, and don't be too hard on yourself. So my next bit, the how sustainable. And this is really just make sure your videos align with your what, your why, and your how before you start your video, because that way you know that it's going to be sustainable. You know that you're going to be creating value, the value that you want to create, and you know that your videos are going to have the purpose that you want your video to have. The next is 30 minutes prep before the video. So get yourself, make an outline of what you're going to say, get yourself in the right mindset, do whatever you have to do to make your video and to make it go as smoothly as possible. The next bit is 5 minutes of motivation. So if you're feeling nervous, if you're feeling uneasy, talk to yourself to get yourself to be more comfortable making the video. Try to put yourself in the right mindset. And even right now, I'm not going to lie, I'm feeling all of a sudden I'm feeling really nervous. All of a sudden I'm feeling really nervous about the video, just talking to a camera. I'm gonna talk something. I'm starting to get like in my head. I guess right now would be a good time for me to take a break and reassess how I'm feeling, to try to get back into that mood. And that's okay. Maybe I'll do that. You know what? I am gonna do that. Give me a second. Okay. Okay. You know what? Okay. I'm back. And just to give you, if you're interested, if not, you can skip this part, but if you're interested in what I did, I just really paced around my room and I talked myself out of the negative and jittery feelings I was experiencing, and I tried to like replace the nervous jitters with the excited and energized jitters. And I'm just gonna try to be a bit more confident throughout the video. But I hope this helps in terms of just showing you that like, you don't have to be perfect. I'm not perfect. And hopefully this video will help you realize that you don't have to be perfect too, because this is just the steps to take to do that for yourself as well. Or this is how I'm getting myself out of that, if that makes any sense. Okay, we're just gonna start the video. Okay, cool. So where was I? You want to make sure that your videos align with your what, your why, and your how whenever you're making a video, and that way you know it's aligning with your purpose, it's aligning with what you want to do and the goals that you want to meet. You also want to have, so what I'm going to do is have 30 minutes prep before the video. And again, I did that before this video and I needed to do it in between this video, but whatever you need to do to get it done, get it done. And so in those 30 minutes prep, I wrote out a bullet list of the guide that I want this video to go into. I also wrote down some ideas of some stuff that I want to put in the video. I decided what outcome I want to have in the video and what the purpose of the video is. So 5 minutes of motivation, so talking yourself into the video, talking yourself into getting into that mindset and being, you know, comfortable with doing what you want to do with the video. I'm not perfect yet, but this is what I want to do to make this as sustainable as possible and keep that going. So the next thing is plan a week before, and this is really plan when you're going to film a week before you actually film it and how much time you're going to need, because if you work a 9 to 5 like I do, you're gonna need to plan that time in because you have other things outside of work that you have to do, whether it's your hair, whether it's grocery shopping, whether it's cleaning, whether it's hanging out with your friends or your significant other. You need to plan time in to make your videos so that it's sustainable and that you can keep it going, and it's not going to look the same every week. And that's why I feel like planning a week ahead is probably the best way going forward, because that way you can put the time in when you have other time to do other things, if that makes any sense. The next one is get your camera stand ready. And that's really because like my camera stand has a whole lot of tinkies and boots and it's kind of falling apart like all the time. It took me a half an hour to fix it up before I even made this video. So I think going forwards, I'm just never gonna touch it. Like I'm going to fix it out once and then leave it how it is, and then just take it out every time I want to film, because that way it's going to save me a lot of time and I'm just ready to film really quickly, and it cuts down the time that I'm going to have to prep for. So the last one in this how to sustainable bit is having motivational quotes and reminders. And so basically, like sometimes you're feeling unmotivated, you're feeling like a big sense of imposter syndrome or just embarrassed, and really like sometimes for me, I need a reminder to get me out of that state and to get me to keep doing things and trying to create. I don't have any yet, but I'm going to put stuff up that's just like, just get out there and do it, to remind me of why I'm doing this and to get me to do it. And an example of that, so an example quote would be something like, how you do anything is how you do everything. Because I feel like that's a really important and useful quote, because literally like it just says like, do your best no matter what, because you'll always be giving your best and you'll always be giving your best quality no matter what you do. So even now, I know like I've made a few mistakes in this video, but I'm gonna be kind to myself and just be like, you know what, okay, that's the best that I could do in that exact present moment. That's the best that you could do, and just keep going forwards like that. So that's a tip that I'm going to give to you that I'm going to be implementing when I'm going to be creating videos. My last bit is the actual goal setting bit of the how, because I feel like that's really important. The how are measurable. These are measurable goals that I can align myself to make sure that I'm hitting all my benchmarks and my goals, and track that. Because when you're doing anything, when you're trying to change anything, you need some things to keep you motivated and how to track your progress and if you're on the right track, basically. What I have is make 2 videos a week for 4 months, because by August I want to have 30 videos, and right now we're in April. So I want 100 subscribers in 4 months. So that's a really big, for me, that's a really big ask and a really big goal, because currently I only have 1 subscriber, and it's my friend. Hey, if you're watching this, thanks for continuing to support. But I want to see if I can do that. I want to see how I can do that. I want to come up with creative ways of reaching that target. So we're gonna see. And that brings me to my next one, which is I want to link my YouTube account to Instagram, Etsy, Facebook, TikTok, and Pinterest. So if I can get on those 5 platforms, I think that would help me. Not only would it help me to know that at least I'm on those 5 platforms, so that's another measurable goal that I have. Am I on those platforms? Yes. But also I could use those platforms to help promote my YouTube channel and help get it started. I want at least 1 creative element in my video, so that could be music, that could be anything, and that kind of just links to, I don't know if you can see it from there, but basically this is just a bullet point checklist of what making an invaluable YouTube video would mean to me. So, is my video aesthetically pleasing? Can I tick that? Okay, I got that. Did I laugh at least once? Did I put at least 1 funny element in my video? Because I want to bring joy to people that watch my videos. Did I do that? Can I check that? I don't know. We'll see when I finish editing this. Do I have at least 2 noticeable creative elements? And then, so that could be music, drawing, colors, setting, shapes, animations, pattern, rhythm, perspective, or emphasis. And those are just other creative elements that I want to have in my videos to make sure that I'm creating invaluable videos and the things that I want to achieve in my videos. And then lastly, in my last bullet point, in terms of the how, this probably goes more with the sustainability bit, but it's still it. I get embarrassed when I'm filming. I feel insecure sometimes. I get embarrassed. People can hear me and can hear like all the embarrassing crap that I'm saying. I feel a sense of like imposter syndrome a lot of the times. And so when I'm feeling that ways, when I'm feeling those ways, I have this reminder. And so it's like feeling shy or embarrassed. Call my sister, call my cousin, or call my friend to get those emotions out there and to then have someone reassure me that that's not the case. So if I can't do that, then I can journal or I can exercise, because sometimes after you exercise you feel like you can conquer the world, and that might help to ease my discomfort. And then my last tip for that is really to just feel and face it. So that's what I did in the middle of this video. I was feeling overwhelmed and a bit anxious and just jittery, and then I just paused and I felt it. And I talked myself out of it. So I hope that could help. That's all of the how and the what and the why. There's a TED Talk that I watched that really helped me to develop this, and it had really good points in it. So I'll link that in the description so you can access that too, because that was how I created this for myself. So I'm gonna link that in the description for you. If you made it into this part of the video, I just want to say thank you so much for sticking and watching throughout. This wasn't really easy to film, as I can say, like I'm really much a beginner, but I wanted to share how I'm going to combat all my anxieties and my problems with procrastination, because honestly, it's time to make that change. Which is another Michael Jackson thing. Anyway, but yeah, thank you so much for sticking with me towards the end of this video. My name is Layla. I'm going to be uploading on Mondays and Fridays. Mondays is about business content, entrepreneurship, all things business and entrepreneurship. And Fridays is where I go a little wild, and I'm going to be talking about my quarter life crisis, even though I'm 23. If you're interested in that type of stuff, please stick around. I love to have you in other videos. What? Anyway, look, okay. I'm gonna end this video with 3 different quotes for you. And that's really just reminders of how to get your YouTube channel going and not to put pressure on yourself. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much. And if it offered any sort of help to you, please like. Thank you. Bye.